No? No one has any questions?
No, ma'am.
Practice assignments are not evaluated, Disha. So you won't get scores for it. They're only meant for practice. Henceforth, there's no grading shown.
Uh, Maybe she's asking for bonus marks. Tisha, are you from English 1 or 2?
Ma'am from English too.
Okay. Maybe please write to the support team, they'll help you out. And if you're referring to the fourth practice assignment, it's not considered for bonus marks because it's a subjective type questions. Only objective type questions are considered for bonus marks.
No other questions? Yeah, so to find the number of syllables in a word, you should know the total number of vowel sounds in a word, right? Usually, the number of vowel sounds in a word is equal to the number of syllables in the word also. If you have something like limited, right? So, the word limited has three vowel sounds, right? E, and sound. So then this word becomes a three-syllabic word, or what we call as trisyllabic word, right? So whenever you have a word, you need to look at the total number of vowel sounds. Vowel sounds, okay? Don't look at the vowel letters you have inside them. Know the vowel sounds, and then you'll get the number of syllables as well.
Okay, okay, ma'am. But in the final exam question, there is a question about the find the number of syllables in the word ideology.
Yeah.
So the answer given is five syllable words,
Hmm.
but I find the only four syllables.
Yeah. Could you tell me what those syllables are? If you have a word like ideology, the first is
Ma'am,
I, then there's E, then
yeah,
there's O, then there's L, and then there's G, right? So total five syllables. The first one is a diphthong sound, right? Diphthongs are also
okay,
now counted under the vowels, right? So that's I. Then comes D. And then there's O, which is separate. It doesn't come with a consonant sound. Then L and then G. So ideology,
Okay.
right? That's how it has
Okay.
5 syllables.
Okay.
So the foolproof method that you use is this, that you um, figure out the total number of vowel sounds in the word so that you can judge the number of syllables also. Syllabification is usually done like that because it's mostly the um, property of a syllabifying usually happens around the vowel sounds. That is the presence of a vowel sound is what gives the unit a syllable-like quality. So look for the vowel sounds and you can figure out the total number of syllables. I am unaware, Aditya, when will be the results out. It usually takes um, 3 to 4 days. It should be around in another day or so. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone? If it is non-personal obligation, then it has to be must. What is the answer, Desha? I think it should be must. Because could, might, and all we don't use for usually to show obligations.
Yes, ma'am. Answer is
Must
must.
not doesn't look right here also. Any non-personal obligation has to be must.
Ma'am, can you explain non-personal obligations?
No. So I don't know why it says non-personal obligation. Usually when it is an obligatory, you look at the other part of the sentence, no, like in laws and rules. This is what non-personal means. This is not something that I'm doing for myself, but it is more like a law or a rule for general obligation, right? General necessity. That's what non-personal means. It's not for myself. It's not a social obligation that I'm setting for myself, but it's general for everyone. That means it's going to be the same for everybody. It's not for a limited number of people. There's no restriction that is set off there. Applies to everyone, like a rule or a law. Okay, that's non-personal obligation.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Could you please explain the aspirated stop? What do you mean by?
Aspirated stop. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
See, aspiration is basically an additional puff of air that you feel for certain sounds, particularly the sounds per, t, and k, if they appear in the initial position of the stress syllable in a word, right? Like if you have a word like pill, right? Pill. I'll leave the word in the chat. This is a monosyllabic word. There's only one syllable here. And the sound per, right, out of per to and ka appears in the beginning of the word. And this is also the stress syllable because there's only one syllable here, right? So if both these conditions are satisfied, that is, if there is a stress on the syllable, and if per ta or ka appears in the initial position of that syllable, then you call it an aspirated stop. So like the phrase suggests, this is only applicable to the stop sounds, which are per, ta, and ka. Okay, that's what aspirated stop means. If you have something like a word like improve, right? Again, in your chat box, here again, the stress is on the second syllable, right? On prove. And per again appears in the beginning of the syllable. So here again, the per has to be aspirated. Okay, look at these two conditions. These are the two conditions required for the aspiration of the stop sounds. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Ma'am, one question in the exam. There is a question in the which of the following has an aspirated stop? The options are scroll, pineapple, and incur. So how does the incur has aspirated stop? Because
The same
pineapple.
thing. Because it's stressed on the second syllable in incur. The second syllable, the cur, is what is stressed. And it has an stop sound cur, right? That's how it got its aspiration.
Yeah, okay. Ma'am.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Go ahead, guys, if you have other questions. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, my question is, sir, I have not so far. I didn't get any roll number, or neither I have assigned to any forum or any group. So multiple time I have sent mail to the support group, but there is no any result. So it is difficult. To whom should I ask if there is any doubts apart from this doubt session? So it is very difficult.
This doubt session is only for the English language. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But I understand your concern. So, what is your problem? You don't have a roll number.
I don't have roll number. I didn't get any email ID, and I'm not assigned to any forum. Some forum is there, no?
So, why are you? Are you? Have you taken the qualifying exam?
Yes, sir. Quiz 2 also I have taken. Quiz 1 also completed. Quiz 2 also completed.
You have qualified the exam, right?
Yes, sir.
So
And
they're receiving an official email ID only in term 2.
Okay. Okay.
That could be one reason. But if you are from English one qualifier batch, you'll be able to access the Google Groups forum.
So,
So
so
try
far, ma'am,
sending in an email.
not fine to me. Multiple times I have reported this issue to other instructor also, but nothing
Okay.
has happened, sir. Last month also I said.
No, instructors won't be able to help you. It'll be good if you can write to the support team.
Support team also I have mailed, but no response. Ma'am. I mean, nothing they have done. And sometimes also in English, uh, my roll number, I mean, sometimes it do 10 by 10 and like practice assignment, and after some time it is showing 1 by 10. That also with snapshot I have shared with support team. Let us say 1 week I submit and I got 10 by 10, and if I check next day, then it will be 2 by 10 or something like that.
I'm not sure about the problem, but what you can do is maybe you drop a mail to the email ID that I'm using here in the chat.
Already shared, ma'am.
No, no, this is English one email ID. I'll forward it to the support team, requesting them to help you out. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Give me email ID. No?
Yeah, just please wait. This is the course mail ID. Maybe you drop a mail here. I'll forward it to the support team, requesting them to help you out with this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Sachindra, you have any question about English also? Nothing?
Not now, sir. Actually today I didn't get time to finish that notebook. In notebook, I
Okay,
have some doubts.
no problem.
Ma'am, I had forwarded that support mail, no? Same mail I have forwarded to you.
Okay, I'll check.
Ma'am,
Yes, go ahead.
sir, what is the meaning of complement here?
Or complementizer. See, when we have a sentence like, what's the complementizer in the sentence? Snow White in the sentence could not decide whether to have the difference. Okay, see, complementizer means an element in a sentence that holds complements. So, for example, if I say, take a sentence, I know that, let me write it here, okay? I know that Disha is a PS student. Do you see this sentence? Do you see this sentence, Disha?
Yes, sir.
So in this sentence, that is a complementizer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Why is it a complementizer and why is it called a complementizer? Because what follows after that, Disha is his BS student. Okay. Is the complement of the verb no. Understand? So something that introduces a complement is called a complementizer. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you give one more example?
Yeah, so the one that you have here that you posted, Snow White and the 7, what is this? Dwarfs could not decide whether to have tea first. So whether in that sentence is a complementizer. Okay. And it cannot be replaced with if. So the answer of that, am I right, Ashwarya? That should be false, right? The statement is false. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. The complementizer in this sentence. The first cannot be replaced with if. Whether if to have tea. No, it cannot be replaced. Complementizer in this sentence can be replaced with if. No, it cannot be. So this is false statement. Can you check, Ashwarya? This is false statement, right?
I'll check, sir.
Yeah. Got it, Risha? So that whether is a complementizer in that sentence.
Yes, sir. Sir, what is the complement of this sentence?
Could not decide. So look at this. The whole thing with whether is a complement because what does it say? Could not decide. Decide what? What is it that they could not decide? To have tea first, right? So
Yes,
to
sir.
have tea first is the complement of this sentence and which is being introduced by whether, therefore it's a complementizer. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Anything else? Guys, I see so many people here. Adarsh Pandey, Aditya. Can you hear me, Adarsh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Aditya, can you hear me? Just checking if you guys are here or not. Okay. You want to say something, Aditya? You can hear me. That's what you meant, right? Good. No questions?
Yes, sir. I have cleared my all doubts.
You have cleared all your doubts. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Prasanna Kumar, can you hear me? Prithvi?
But sir, one
Yes, sir.
question.
Oh, good. Thanks. Go ahead, others. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Who was
sir.
speaking?
Yes.
Okay. Whoever had question, go ahead with the question.
Yes, sir. Sir, I sometimes I find the difficulty to to identify the stress on the in the word and
Uh,
on which part I should stress in conversation or to identify the stress.
that is
Like fabulous. There is a question in the exam, fabulous. So I have to identify the stress position. So sometimes it comes out to be fabulous, sometimes
correct.
it's fabulous.
So you're
So
see that this question is important. The question this means you have to understand two things. One, a word may have multiple syllables. Okay, that's
yes,
one thing you need to know. The second thing you need to know is one of the syllables is going to be stressed. Okay,
yeah,
your question
yes,
is how do I know which syllable is stressed?
yes,
The answer to this question is uh, the real answer to this question is there is we have given you a few rules, but they are not adequate rules to apply across the language. So for that, you have to listen to English speaking when people speak English, and you have to pay attention when somebody says fabulous. Okay, how do they say
yeah,
this word, and where does the stress fall? So careful listening of English is going to help you identify stress patterns in English. Understand this?
yes, sir.
That is only thing which can help you in longer run.
Yeah. But
Other
but
rules are
sir,
very
in
transitory
in
rules. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, sir. But in the listening, we can easily find it. But what about let's say if the in sentence, so how should I read the stress?
You are saying
Because sometimes,
it's easy, but in speaking it becomes difficult, right? That's what you're saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So when you listen more, this is why I have explained it in multiple places. When you listen more, it has influence on your speaking. So this is how a good listener becomes a good speaker. Understand?
yes, sir.
So you will have to spend some time on doing these things.
Yes, sir. So please, sir, refer any source, any continuous source, so from that we
There is
can
no such
practice.
source. See, I can't assure you something that is not available. There is no specific source for that. The only thing, if you are really interested, genuinely interested in improving that, you have to keep listening, more and more listening.
Okay, sir.
Understand? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sachindra.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a problem in understanding comprehensive. Earlier, I mean, like week seven onwards, the problem is more problem in the sense. I mean, it is. I mean, before week seven, I was able to answer the comprehensive,
Mhm.
but since week six onwards, I'm not able to answer. It is difficult to understanding.
You mean comprehension questions, right?
Yes, sir.
I see. For that also, you are not looking at more and more. Uh, uh, are you looking at all our videos?
Yes, sir. I watch all videos.
Okay, then what is happening?
Sir, not able to answer comprehensive question.
Say it
Most of
again.
the earlier it was easy pattern,
Ah.
but now
Slowly it will become difficult, but that's not important. What is important is you are saying you don't understand.
I mean, a comprehension is given. I mean, I'm not able to answer the question.
Can you give me specific examples?
Like the word are, I mean, English. Okay. I mean, how to learn new word. I mean, I'm not some words are there. I didn't get what is the meaning of that words.
I am unable to understand what you are saying. If you can give me a specific example here, question, I can probably help. In general, I can say you will need to read more. Okay. Prithvi, you have another question? You have a question?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is mean by aspiration in English, sir? I mean,
Aspiration is additional flow of air, which means, what's your primary language? Tamil?
Tamil, sir.
Yeah. So, you see, in English, what happens is, okay, let me ask you a different question. So, are you familiar with two sounds like k and kh? Pa and pa? Are you
Yes,
familiar?
sir.
So, if you notice this carefully, pa is less aspirated and pa has more flow of air.
Yes, sir.
That's the distinction between. So, one is not aspirated or less aspirated, the other is more aspirated.
Yes, sir. And what is mean by aspirated stop, sir?
So, spirited stop means when you have, see, all sounds are produced with the flow of air. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Exhaling flow of air.
Yes,
So,
sir.
in certain places in our oral cavity, there is a total blockage before the flow is released. So, such sounds are called stop sounds. Like when we say pa, okay, pay attention to that. Pa.
Yes, sir.
Before the flow of air comes, there is a total closure at lips.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, it is called a stop sound. Meaning, first the flow of air gets totally stopped before the release. Therefore, it is called a stop sound.
Yes, sir. So, can we say that most of the bilabial sounds are an aspirated stop, sir?
No. No, we cannot say that. We can say most of the bilabial sounds are they are bilabial because they come from two lips. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they are stopped only when they are not aspirated. The moment we have more aspiration, pa, pa, wait, ba. No, we can say most of it are stop sounds. We can say that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Yeah, Sachindra, get me tell me. Graded assignment 6, question number 3. So what's the? Can you put it in the chat box? Okay, you have done that. Okay, so the plural marker of the word is stakeholders. Stock outs and networks end in stakeholders, stock outs and networks end in holders. So the last one is the answer. The third one is the answer, Sachindra. Okay. This is the answer. Because only when a word ends with pa, ta, or ka, the plural marker sounds as sa. Understand? I'm elaborating it to you. So look at the first word, stakeholder. The last sound is ra. So that's not pa, ta, ka. But in the second word, stuck out, the last sound is ta, which is one of the three. Therefore, it is sa. So and network, because the last sound is ka, so therefore the plural marker is sa. So for the first one, the plural marker is za. Therefore, the third is the correct answer. Got it? Did you understand this part? All right. Good. Anybody else, guys? Okay, so when you read this following passage, the victory of a small Greek democracy of Athens over the mighty Persian Empire in 1490 BC is one of the most famous events. Okay, so fine. So the underlined word means, what was the underlined word? Argument, intensify, strengthen. Which word was underlined? Can you copy that word and put it here? Refurbished is underlined word. Refurbished. Where is refurbished in this? The Athens refurbished their weapon and moved to the plain of Marathon, where their little band would meet the Persians. I think that will be strengthened to give a new look. That will be strengthened. Make it stronger. Okay? So see, when you said you don't understand, so you have to read it carefully. The rest of it is given to you as context. You have to read it. The Athenians refurbished their weapon. So augment is not the word. Intensify is not the meaning. So the Athenians refurbished their weapon, meaning when they got lost, then they improved on it. They strengthened it. Therefore, this word has the meaning to strengthen. Understand? So if you read it carefully, he's saying same thing. I marked the answer is wrong. Aishwarya, can you check? Maybe that will be augment then.
To give a new look.
Sorry?
To give a new look.
Refurbished. So, oh, he is giving only three. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. So, there are four options. I was not looking at the fourth one. Sorry. Who is this? Sachindra. That will be to refurbished means to give a new look. I was not looking at the first one. I was looking at only three of them. So refurbished means reorient, to give a new look. Get it? Yes. Correct. Okay. Go ahead. Who wants to speak? Prithvi, go ahead.
Sir, in the word contract,
Okay.
where it is getting stressed, sir? I mean, is it getting stressed at the tract part?
Contract. Con, con, See, contract is a type of word. If it is used as a noun, then the stress is on first syllable. If it is used as a verb, then it will be second syllable. So as a noun, it will be right. Others Pandey, is that what you are writing? It's I think. If you-
Yes, sir. It is a question in quiz 2.
Correct.
First, they have given a sentence, and at there they have underlined the word contract,
Correct.
which is at the position as a noun.
Right. Then it will be the first
And
syllable, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Got it, Prithvi?
Sir, do you mean the word will be stressed at the tract, sir?
Correct. No, see, in if it
no,
is
con.
if it is being used as a noun, then it will be on con.
Yeah, it will pronounce loud contract.
Contract, correct. Get it?
Sir, but why is there a change, sir? I mean, for noun, we will be stressing it differently, and for
That is because as a verb, we can add something to it. And also, this is how English speakers speak. Get it?
okay, sir.
So we want to understand how to speak English properly, how to understand the language properly. So we are telling you some of the reasons why it happens that way.
Okay, sir. So, if we spell it as a noun, we will be spelling it as contract, and as a
No,
verb,
no, not a spelling, not a spelling, it's spoken.
yes, sir, spoken.
So if I say nice contract, okay,
Yes, sir.
that means I am using it as a noun. So I can say contract.
Yes,
If
sir.
I say I contracted two people, okay,
Okay, sir.
then contacted. That's how we will speak. Okay, because this is a word which can be used both as a noun and as verb.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. All right, guys. If you don't have more questions, can we stop here? If you have questions, we can take more. But if you don't, we can stop here. Disha Rani, are you okay? You have more questions?
Sir, one more question.
Go ahead.
Sir, from sentence, how we identify that is a indirect uh, object of verb told like that?
How we identify object of a verb is first you identify the verb, okay? And then take the verb and ask the question what? Okay? And if you can answer that question, then the answer is the object of the verb. Okay. If you cannot ask the question, then that verb does not need an object. So if I let's say I have a verb called contract. I contracted 2 people. I can ask contracted what? The answer is 2 people. That means 2 people as a noun phrase is the object of the verb contract. But if I can say I slept early last night and I question the verb sleep and say slept what? This is not a good question. That means this verb sleep does not need an object. Understand? This was your question, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Good.
Sir,
Go ahead.
sir, what is the difference between future perfect tense and future perfect progressive tense, sir?
You see, it's about the use of the marker ing. So we can say, if we can say, I will be coming. Okay. I would no. Future perfect will be I. So one is the perfection, imagination of perfection in future time, and perfect but still continuing is the distinction between the two. Can you give an example?
Sir, could you please repeat, sir?
You mean with the example?
No, sir. I mean the
Or repeat? You are saying repeat.
yes, sir.
You see, perfect means what? Complete, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means, say something like, if I am reading a story, right? So I can say I will, or I can say Prithvi has, Prithvi will. Okay, let me think. I can say Prithvi. Wait, let me try. We will have finished. Will have completed the work. Let me put it. Do you see this sentence? Is this a good sentence?
Yes, sir.
Why is this a good sentence? Tell me.
Sir, because of the word completed, which means it specifies finished work.
So, but I am saying will have completed. So I am assuming it's still future, right? It's not actually complete.
Okay, sir.
I'm talking about tomorrow, and my imagination is when suppose I am reaching your school tomorrow, right? So I have this imagination that you will have completed the homework. That's the situation when we use future perfect. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And if I say the same sentence and let's say Prithvi will have, or we can say will have been completing the work, will be, we can simply say will be completing the work tomorrow. Okay. That will be future perfect continuous.
Sir, but what is the meaning of this sentence actually, sir? But I cannot get this sentence properly.
The meaning is, do you understand the meaning of the first sentence?
Yes, sir.
So that the meaning is it's not complete, but in a particular point in time in future. Okay?
Okay, sir.
It will still be continuing. So if I say Prithvi will have been reading a book tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay? So I am saying you have not completed the book.
Yes, sir.
But you will be reading at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So
Okay, sir.
tomorrow is the future. At 5 p.m., you are still reading.
Okay, sir.
That is called future perfect, but still continuing sentence. These are,
Okay, sir.
and the important, see, you are just getting the distinction between the two. But important part to understand is, it is possible in human language to talk about these details. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. Anything else? Okay. In that case, let's stop here, and we will meet. What is that, Aditya? What are you saying? What do you mean by you have sent an email to the course ID? What is it about?
I had asked him to mail us the issues that he has so that I'll forward it to the support team. He
Okay.
has
Okay.
done that and I've already forwarded it to the
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So fine. Thank you. So see you guys next week, same time. And
Yes, sir. Thank you.
have a good time. Meanwhile, bye bye.